And we are live. Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. So, Braden and I and David, another youth, went to see Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. And it was pretty good. If you didn't like The Last Jedi too much, this definitely is better than that one.
Yeah.
And just a warning, again, as it's seen in the title, there'll be major spoilers for this. Feel free to ask questions on the chat if you'd like. We'll answer them as best we can. Usually it's a 30-second delay, so give us a little bit of time to answer those questions. And let's have some fun, I guess. So, overall, what would you rate The Rise of Skywalker out of 10?
Out of 10?
Out of 10.
I guess I'd give it probably like an 8.
An 8.
Yeah, we'll go with 8.
8. Okay. Myself, I'd probably give it a 7. Now, I give The Last Jedi about a 4, maybe a 5. I mean, the special effects were really good in The Last Jedi. And there was a few good parts in The Last Jedi. But I found, that whole casino bit was really boring.
Yeah.
And, there was a lot of, what did you say?
There was like a lot of random things that they added onto the movie just to keep the plot going.
Yes, there you go, yeah. So that's why The Last Jedi got like a lower score from us and stuff like that. But The Rise of Skywalker definitely is better than that. And it does tie up a lot of loose ends from the whole series, really. Is it perfect? No, not a chance. Not perfect. Could be a lot worse. Yes, definitely a lot worse. It could have went in that same direction as The Last Jedi.
Yeah. And
kaboom. So, yeah, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. Like I said, I give it a 7 or so out of 10. And is it better than The Force Awakens? It's comparable to it, although there's a lot of really cool parts in The Rise of Skywalker that I think elevates it a bit better than The Force Awakens, in my opinion, though.
Yeah.
Like you get a lot more lightsaber duels.
Yep.
There was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 or 4 different duels.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all usually around Rey and Kylo, mind you, but we got more lightsaber duels
and lightsaber action in general.
Yeah. So that was cool. So our review. All right. Hey, Mama Bear. So it starts off the scrolling crawl and that about Palpatine is basically back and that, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is going to go find him, basically.
Yeah, he wants to be the main ruler. He wants to make sure he's on top, so he goes looking for him.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where you're going with it right at the beginning. Is Kylo trying to find the Emperor, and with a wayfinder. It's like it almost looks like a Sith holocron.
That's what I thought it was at the beginning. I was like, he tried to find some information about something, but no.
But it looked like a lot older thing, and it wasn't all cool like this, but it looked like this in a way. So he finds the Emperor, and then he talks to the Emperor. Well, he's about to kill him, and the Emperor's basically like, you could do that, or you could go kill Rey, and then he tells Kylo the secret about Rey, which you don't know about right away.
No.
And then you cut out to
Rey's training.
I think Rey's training in the Forest with Leia.
Yeah.
and then she has like a vision in the middle of it, and she damages BB-8.
Yeah, she gets mad
Yeah.
and starts slicing trees really violently, I
Yeah,
find.
yeah. And then just like shoots her saber, cuts down a whole bunch of trees, and one of the trees falls on BB-8.
Yeah. Like,
Breaking him. Yeah, like what did BB ever do to her? Like, really?
Yeah.
So that kind of was kind of mean, but you know, that's I guess how it goes. And Rey has a force bond with Kylo, and they chit chat a little bit. And then eventually Poe gets back and is like, "What'd you do to my BB-8?"
Yeah.
And then Rey's like, "What'd you do to the Falcon?" Because Poe and the other gang had the Falcon trying to get some news from a spy in the First Order, and they do what's called hyperspace skipping.
Yeah, hyper skipping.
So they go into hyperspace, stop maybe in the middle of a planet, do their thing, and then they hyperspace back off again. And they keep doing that for like 5, 6, 7 times or whatever.
Yeah.
And managed to finally get it back to the planet where the resistance is.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Poe's kind of pissed off that, you know, BB-8, you know, is damaged. And Rey is, you know, pissed off that, you know, he ruined the Falcons on fire, basically.
Yeah.
So they have to fix that all up. And Rey basically, you know, she gives the saber back to Leia because they fixed the saber up.
Yeah.
And yeah, so gives it back to Leia, saying basically she's not ready. Yeah. Then what happens after that? And I found that whole forest scene kind of cool, but also kind of lengthy, a little bit boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't that great. It was kind of more the lower points of it.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason why they show that is to show that she's kind of fighting, like, to show that she's fighting something or not. She's not, like, being herself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She seems to be having a lot more anger and stuff like that. Anyways, what they... I mean, I'm not going to go, like, step by step through the whole thing, but basically they need to track down a wayfinder to find Palpatine. So they end up going to go to the last place that Luke was looking for it, on this kind of desertish planet. And they go there. They find a ship, and this ship is the exact same ship that Rey saw when she was who left her as a kid. And they find this dagger, and they find this little robot Dio eventually on the ship. And then there's some fighting and stuff like that, and they meet bump into Lando Calrissian, and he helps them out a bit, points them in the right direction. So they find that ship, and then
they
isn't that when the First Order comes? And then you have what you see in the trailer, Rey looking at Kylo's TIE fighter, and then she turns away from it, starts running, and then the TIE fighter comes, and then she jumps over it and stuff. Well, that's part of that scene.
While all that's happening, Chewie was getting kind of kidnapped.
Yeah, by the First Order, by the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And put on board a transport. And then after all that, with the TIE fighter, she cuts off some of the TIE fighter of Kylo Ren's, and it goes down. She sees that Chewie's being brought by the transport, so she tries to force pull it back down. Yeah. And then Kylo Ren does the same thing, and Rey does it more. Kylo does it more, and then Rey gets really ticked off, and she accidentally sends bolts of lightning to the transport and blows up the transport and Chewie.
Yeah.
Boom! And little pieces fall all over.
Yeah.
So Rey has Sith lightning going around for that.
Yeah.
So she felt obviously horrible about that, and is afraid she's turning to the dark side. And let's see, what happened after that?
I believe, well, Finn pretty much after Rey blew up the ship, they obviously left. Uh, did they go back at first?
Well, yeah, I think they went back
Yeah.
to their resistance base,
Mhm.
and then yeah, I mean, there's a lot there's some good stuff, a lot of cool action stuff and things like that, and then you'd have some boring stuff, which is kind of normal for a movie, anyways. So, you can't really fault it there. You got to have some story, and they try to progress it somewhat. Maybe not great, but I mean, trying to refix everything from the Last Jedi. You got to start somewhere, right? So, and I think they do a pretty decent job
Yeah.
of tying up some stories and stuff like that. Anyways, eventually, Rey wants to go confront Kylo, and they kind of they go. The Resistance goes to a different planet and tries to. C-3PO
Oh, yeah.
can translate the dagger,
Yeah.
but he's not allowed to repeat it because it's in the Sith language. So in order to do that, they have to hack his brain. So they go to another planet, I forget what it's called, and they meet Zori Bliss there, and it's Poe's old partner. I guess Poe was a spice miner, a smuggler back in the day.
Yeah.
And so Zori didn't like him for a while, but they buddied up pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. They're like, oh, Poe was like, oh yeah, we can't go here. This is like last resort. And then they get there, and a few minutes after, they seem to be on good terms again.
Yeah, they're like
that was
BFFs.
kind of weird.
Yeah. So they end up, hacking up C-3PO's mind. They had to erase his memory.
Yeah.
But eventually says about the Wayfinder, where it is, and it's on the forest moon of Endor. So they take the dagger and all that, and they end up going to that planet. And then in the meantime, Kylo's looking for them, and Rey ends up going on his ship, and he ends up going down to the planet, so they end up switching.
Yeah.
And she finds out that Chewie's still alive. He was on a different transport. So yay, Chewie's still alive.
Yep.
And basically you have the heroes like Finn, Poe, and all that go up to the ship to try and rescue Chewbacca, and then they have to try and rescue Rey, which they do. And it turns out that General Hux was the spy for the First Order.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. And he didn't care if they didn't care if they won. He just wanted Kylo Ren to lose.
He just wanted Kylo Ren to lose and to be dead.
Yeah, Bob Romero. That movie was awesome and a lot better than I ever anticipated. People are stupid. Yes, I agree. Bob. That it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoyed it. So they all escape anyways, and then they go back to the Resistance, and Rey ends up basically that she's turning. Oh, she finds out that she's a Palpatine.
Yeah, her and Kylo.
When they talk, she finds out that she's a Palpatine, his granddaughter. Which again, I kind of figured because of some leaks. Yeah, exactly. Why are people hating this movie? It's a good movie. It really is.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying. It was a good movie. I think it did a lot better than, again, The Last Jedi and stuff like that. I mean, it had a lot of plot and the stories binding together this time around.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good. And, Rey finds out she's a Palpatine. And she thinks she's going to be evil.
Yeah, she thinks she's going to be evil. And
so she wants to go back to Octu, where Luke was hiding, and she wants to do some hiding in there.
Yeah, so she goes back to that planet, and then pretty much it just shows her destroying the ship and everything.
Yeah, and then she tosses the lightsaber into the fire, But the Ghost Force Luke comes back and catches the lightsaber and talks her down and stuff like that. And basically, it was cool that they had the little one-on-one. And, Luke seemed to be more of a Jedi master as a ghost.
He was a lot more serious now.
Yeah.
Compared to how we saw him before.
Yeah.
All grumpy.
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't as grumpy. So, yeah. And then... So he tells her that she has to go fight Palpatine. She has to confront him.
Yeah.
And she asks like how and so basically Luke force lifts his old X-wing.
Oh,
which was
yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
That was such a cool callback, and I knew it had to be there somewhere because you see it in The Last Jedi underneath the water.
Yeah.
But he force lifts it up, and she takes his old Red 5.
Red 5.
Red 5.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was an awesome callback. So she ends up going to go to Endor to find the Wayfinder, so that way she can go find Palpatine. And then she ends up going to the Endor, and she was she didn't want to wait, so she ends up going to the Death Star number 2 and finds the Wayfinder in the little Sith vault next to the throne. And then Kylo Ren's there. And they duke it out a bit there. And then they end up going outside. And this was kind of I found how they did this was they're fighting and stuff, and then Leia decides to go into a trance, a forced trance of some sort, and talks to Ben. And he stops, and he drops his saber. Instead of killing Rey, he stops, which was cool.
Yeah.
But then Rey, with her anger, grabbed Kylo's saber and stabs him through the gut. And right away, you could tell she felt bad and sorry that she did that. Yeah. But it was her anger, and she finally knew, like, man, I have so much anger kind of stuff. So she drops, like, her stuff, and then she goes to Kylo and Force heals him, which is cool. Yeah. Force healing, you get to see that. I mean, you hear about it, but you get to actually see it in the movies. Apex. Luke and Anakin fighting the Emperor as Duel of Fates plays in the background as Rey and Ben team up fighting at Knights of Ren. If only that happened. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
you don't really see much. They don't really do anything that important, like the Knights of Ren, until like the end of the movie, and then they just get clapped anyway.
Yeah, they just were like fodder for Kylo Ren after he got his saber and stuff like that. But yeah, it was. So she ends up going there anyways, and then the other heroes are trying to get the Resistance ships to go and follow Rey.
Yeah.
To destroy all the Star Destroyers, which each one of them has a planet-destroying laser on it.
Yeah.
Each one of them, and there's like I think thousands. It looks like thousands,
easy.
anyways.
Yeah.
Thousands of Star Destroyers, all with a laser that can destroy a planet. So basically, that is the final order of the Emperor. Whoever does not give up, they'll just blow up the planet. So yeah, they make the call for a bunch of the rest of the Resistance around the galaxy to come help them at this point in time. And when they get there, the heroes, they're outnumbered, outclassed, but they do their best. They take out some stuff. They take out the dish to control.
They go to get the main dish, and then they just kind of switch.
Yeah, and they just start going. Yeah, then they start going after the Star Destroyers, especially the commanding Star Destroyer, and then you have Rey down on the planet. With Palpatine, confronts Palpatine finally.
Yeah.
And basically Palpatine wants Rey to kill him because his spirit then will inhabit Rey, and then she will be the Sith Lord and be the Sith priestess or Empress.
Empress.
Yeah, Empress. So yeah, we have that, and she doesn't want to, and then she's going to, but then feels Kylo Ren is nearby. He ends up following her, and Kylo's good now. He's Ben now.
Yeah, it said that.
So instead of her holding the saber to go and kill the Emperor, she holds her saber back and lets it go for Kylo to get it.
Yeah, because
he's being fought off by the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, and they have their weird little bond where they could, like, pull things out of, like, the other's reality or whatever.
Yeah.
I always thought that was really weird, and I guess it really shows now. I thought that was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. And Kylo defeats all the Knights of Ren. We didn't really think he wouldn't, because he's, kind of important to the plot now. And Rey...
there was the bodyguards went for Rey while Kylo was also taking on the other guys, and then they both coincidentally were done at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. And then Kylo comes up with Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the Emperor do to Kylo? Doesn't he Force lifts him up and then throws him into a crevice or something like that.
Yeah, they both go to get Palpatine, but then he ends up just force pushing both of them back.
That's true.
But Kylo was the first one to get up. That's why he was the one who threw him into the crevice or whatever.
That's true, yes.
After
they were both knocked out.
Yeah.
And then Kylo got up first.
Yeah.
And then he lifted Kylo up with the Force and then threw him down a big crevice. And then eventually Rey gets up.
Yeah.
And then basically, this is it kind of thing. And the Emperor has been shooting lightning at everyone up in space or above the planet.
Yeah.
Big Force lightning. This is where I didn't get it too much. Okay. He is shooting his electricity all over. So it has to be powerful. And he's taking down ships. And I know EMPs and stuff take down ships. But it's just a lot. And it has to be powerful to reach way up there. And all those ships. Well, Rey gets up and he stops and then zaps her. And she's able to hold him off with one lightsaber. Now, I realize Mace Windu did this in the Revenge of the Sith. I know that. But it just seemed like he was even more powerful now, though.
Yeah.
And I didn't... And it was like... I don't know how she can be doing that, but I'm just letting it go because it's a story. I'm just being entertained. Anyways, she is holding him off with electricity with the one saber. And he says, he's the one true Sith or something. And then she's like, I am the one Jedi or something.
Yeah,
and then Force grabs the other lightsaber because Luke gave her Leia's. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. Luke gave Rey Leia's. And then she also had the original Anakin one, right? So she ends up doing a cross with Palpatine shooting electricity at her. And then she just goes closer and closer and closer and then basically destroys him. But with all that, I guess she made a lot of the things collapse or it took a lot of her strength. Anyway, she ended up dying. So Rey's dead.
Yeah,
Rey
dead.
died. Bye-bye.
Dead.
So when we also see the heroes fighting above,
they're losing,
but they're still losing. Yeah, they're losing real bad, and they're about to be extinct. But then you have the two things that happen at the same time, right? You have Kylo Ren comes out of the crevice and goes to her and uses Force healing on her to heal her and gives his Force essence to her. And around the same time, the rest of the galaxy's resistance comes through, and you just see this big, massive, and this was one of my favorite parts, you just see this massive array of ships. Just, wow. Like thousands of ships. You see the Ghost from Rebels. You see a lot of ships, anyways. And they come help. And boom, 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 boom. And then back on the planet, you have Rey is thankful. Kylo and Rey have a kiss, and then Ben dies.
Yeah.
But yeah, poor Ben.
But it was kind of a nice death though, because it was the end of the Skywalkers. You see Leia and then Ben disappear.
Yeah,
as
at the same time, Ben and Leia disappear, which was really cool. It was kind of like a somber goodbye to them, which was really cool actually. Yeah. And then you have Rey, is kind of sad but realizes he's gone with the Force, and gets out of there, and they end up defeating the whole First Order, or Final Order, I should say. Final Order. My bad. General Hux ends up dying. They find out he is the snitch.
Yeah, as soon as
snitches get stitches, well, he got a big stitch.
He got shot to the chest.
Yeah. So that bye General Hux. And yeah, the heroes win anyways, of course. And yeah, then you have kind of like the ending part now, right? They're tying up these little loose ends. R2-D2 still had some memories of C-3PO in his system, so re-puts it in C-3PO, and he's back almost to his old self anyways. R2 is fine. BB-8, I think, got repaired a bit.
Yeah.
Then you have this little droid Dio, who's, I guess, part of the Resistance now.
Yeah.
Poe, I think, was trying to see if Zori Bliss was like cool with him again.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he tried to get a kiss.
Kiss. He's like, he puts his head tilted like this, like for a kiss, and she's like, no.
Yeah,
he's
she's like,
oh, okay,
yeah.
And he just walks away. Then you have Lando talking to this other chick about that she was a stormtrooper. And she doesn't know where she's from, so Lando is going to help her, and probably the rest of her gang, find out who she is, where she's from, which was cool. You have Finn. Finn and
Poe saw each other, and they kind of had a bro moment.
Yeah, bromance. Yeah, bromance.
Because when Leia died, they shared, what was it, the new general or whatever. So they kind of had a bro hug, and then that's when Rey showed up finally.
Yeah.
And then,
Chewie was devastated when they said about Leia passing away, though.
Yeah, that
was sad.
That was a sad scene.
Chewie just goes on the ground, just pounding the ground and stuff like that, and but Maz comes and gives him a medal that General Organa wanted to give him, because I guess he didn't get one at the ending of A New Hope. Thank you very much. So anyways, Chewie gets his medal. Rey comes back, and then Rey, Poe, and Finn do a big group hug kind of thing, which was cool.
I thought Chewie was going to be in there too. I was literally said to myself, like, where's Chewie? He was behind them in the background, but he didn't join on the group hug.
Yeah, he didn't join the groupie hug. No. It was really more about the three. Like, that's what the movie was kind of about. So yeah, and then so I guess Poe and Finn are just going to still be the generals. And you have then Rey go to Tatooine.
Yeah.
At the end, and goes sliding down the hill a little bit to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's place. And then she packs up both of the lightsabers, Leia's and Anakin's, Luke's, hers, I guess, who's ever's. Packs it up and then puts it in makes a hole in the ground, puts it in there, and then makes it just go down into the ground, I guess, to be found someday by someone else. And then she turns on her own lightsaber, and it's the color yellow blade. Has a yellow blade on it.
Yeah.
So, and that was cool. And I found that it kind of looked like the end of it looked like Darth Maul's anyways. Except it had like a twist on it where she twisted to turn it on, but at the end kind of looked like Darth Maul's. He thinks that it might be a saber staff. I'm not so sure about that, but that's okay. I mean, all good. So yeah, that's kind of the movie in a nutshell. Yeah. When we went to the movies, we got the tins for the popcorn. We got that, which is the light side, and we got the dark side. And it has Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker on the back of them. I thought they were pretty cool for our popcorns.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our trip to the theater today. And like I said, I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are still complaining about this. And this movie is not going to make every fan happy. It's just not. And it's understandable. No one is asking that. I was entertained very well, though. I was. We all, there was 4 of us, and we all kept watching the movie. We weren't all like, oh, bored and stuff. We were enjoying it. Yeah.
Like we said, though, obviously we didn't give every single detail and plot of the movie because, well,
yeah,
you need to see it yourself.
You do need to see it yourself. I highly suggest, even if you don't want to see it in the theater and stuff like that, do see it.
Yeah.
You're going to want to see this. It brings an end to the Skywalker saga. It does leave it open for another movie, though, if they wanted to. I know Kathleen Kennedy said there wasn't going to be any, but you never know in the future. And it does leave it open. So that's kind of our review on this. I know it was a little bit all over, but we tried to go from the beginning to end, and we try not to put too much in, but we did want to put major spoilers because this is a spoiler-filled review. A lot of the leaks were true, obviously. If you've read the leaks, like I did, a lot of them were true. Like, I would say probably, the good leaks that came out, a week or 2 ago, 85-90% of the leaks were true. And, now whether you like that or not, it's a different story. But I think they did a decent job. And I probably won't go to the theater to see it again, but I'll definitely see it when it comes out on, Disney Plus or... DVD, Blu-ray, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it again in the comfort of my own home. It's so expensive to the theater now, though, eh? We spent over, not including our tickets, we spent over $100 at the theater for 4 of us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we got the cool tins for our popcorn. We got the pops that had the figure on top of it.
Yeah. There was the R2-D2 big combo thing, though. That was $52 on its own, not counting taxes or anything.
Yeah, but it was so awesome. It's hard to show here. Okay, so it was a big R2-D2, probably about this big.
Yeah.
Like that. And from here came open and the popcorn was in there. And from the top, you could drink your pop out of. It was awesome. I was so close. In fact, I might still go get it sometime. Just to buy it. And then have it on my shelf. Maybe Darth Vader can pet him or something like that. Or,
yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. And they had some Funko Pops there. I didn't buy anything else because, I thought over $100 plus our tickets was enough. And our tickets were about $50 altogether. So I think I spent about $160 altogether on this movie. But the last time we went to the movies was see The Last Jedi. So it's been 2 years.
For you.
For me.
I've gone a few times.
He's gone. But for me, this was a special thing. It's always a special thing to go see the Star Wars movies.
For sure.
Whether it's for good or for bad, and this one was good. It was a treat. It was fun. It was enjoyable. It was fun for the family. Yeah. Definitely a lot better than Last Jedi. I guess you could say it's better than Attack of the Clones. Probably better than the Phantom Menace, except the ending of the Phantom Menace with Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul. That was awesome. Of course, that won't really be beat by too much. But it's up there. It's up there. So go out, go see it for yourself. You'll see that, yeah, you know what? This is not a bad movie. They did good. Could they have done better? Yeah, of course they could. Because of our expectations, we expect that it's going to be this awesome thing. Or we're going to expect low because of what happened with Last Jedi. And you're going to expect really low. I went in there just wanting to be entertained. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was entertained. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, so go watch it. Enjoy it. Go there to enjoy Star Wars. Don't go there to think about politics, to think about this, think about that, or how unrealistic that is, or whatever. Just go there and enjoy. Seriously, just enjoy it. This is the end of the Skywalker saga. So I just highly recommend just go and enjoy. So that is our review tonight. I don't know if you have any more questions or whatnot. Probably pretty. It doesn't seem like anyone has too many questions right now, and that's fine.
We'll definitely be bringing it up again though in the near future.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, any end of the year stuff. We're coming up to the end of 2019. So I'll be finishing off the Book of the Sith soon. And then put the full audio book up. And I plan on doing another book, The Secrets of the Jedi, in the new year. And we're hoping to do a live stream. Well, I am hoping to do a live stream every week, eventually, in the new year. I'm not so good at live streams, so especially by myself, which is why I like Braden here with me, because we can bounce ideas off of and things like that. So doing it by myself, I'm weary, so maybe one week I'll do it by myself, another week we'll do it with Braden, depending on how his schedule is. He's a busy guy.
Busy guy.
Busy. Yeah. Rocket League. Oh, okay, not Rocket League.
Not Rocket League, because that's not all I do with my life.
No, it's not.
Totally not, ranked champion, top 16% of all players that play the game.
Yeah. See? Uh-huh. Yeah. And you could go watch him on his YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, by the way.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel again?
Elmo Rocks 86.
Elmo Rocks 86. Any special spellings for it, or?
Capital E and R.
All right.
That's pretty special.
So, yeah. So Elmo Rocks 86.
Yes, sir.
All right. So go check him out. And if you like Rocket League and stuff like that.
Because I plan to be doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a New Year goal.
That could be a New Year goal.
In the new year to start doing streams more. And
I can maybe even help you out a little bit here and there. Talk it out, Anyways, yeah. So we'll try and do some more cool stuff like that. And as always, you can, if you have, if you want us to do something, let us know. If you want us to do something different, whether it's trivia stuff, what ifs, anything in general with Star Wars, feel free to comment in the comment section. Let us know. I read all comments. I really do, actually. I mean, maybe in the future I might not be able to, but right now I read all comments from you guys. And don't forget our giveaway. Our giveaway goes until Monday at 11 o'clock at night, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you have to do is you have to put in hashtag Lightsaber Addict, and then you got to put in your Twitter or Instagram handle, so that way I can get a hold of you. All right. That is, and it's for. Can you pass that box over there, please? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the brown box.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it is for a Funko Pop. Funko Pop. Only residents of North America, though. So Canada or the States. I can do. But yeah, so on any of the videos from the day that I started the giveaway, which I think was the 13th or 14th or something like that, to up to December 23rd's video, you could put hashtag Lightsaber Addict and then your Instagram, Twitter handle. and we will pull names from a hat on Christmas Eve and pick the winner, and then we'll ship it out in the new year. So it doesn't cost you anything at all. It costs us. So
yeah, but
take advantage of that. All right, it's a free goodie. So yeah, enter it, and I think that is it, though.
that wraps about everything up.
I think that's awesome. I think we did good. We have Firewolf David. I like your video. Keep it up, and yeah, very cool. Firewolf David, that's good. Keep that good work. All right, thanks, Firewolf David. Appreciate it, and we appreciate everyone here. And thanks for watching. I hope everyone has a great evening and have an awesome Christmas holidays. Happy holidays, season greetings. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Wasn't there another one? Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa.
Happy whatever you celebrate. Maybe nothing. So
yeah.
Have a good
nothing.
Have a good.
That doesn't sound very good.
New Year's?
Have a good New Year.
New Year's. Why not?
Yeah. Have a good holiday.
Have a good... What if they don't do the holidays? Have a good...
Rest period?
Rest period. We'll go with that. Rest period.
Yeah, we'll go with rest period. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have an awesome day. Later.